with louisemckayart, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited because I'm going to be making some jar lids, and these jar lids that I'm making are special because this is actually part of a private all-in-one tutorial I'm putting together where I'm sharing how I make this type of jar lid, this type of jar lid with the flat bottom, flat side, a canister, and a screw top jar lid, where I take you literally from deciding how and where to tape the actual paint pour, which is what this is, the resin and preparation for resin process after resin, finishing off the piece after resining and sanding it down and getting it ready to put on your jar and either sell, give away, or use it for yourself. So this is part of a series that are all-in-one tutorial, start to finish, of jar lids. So whatever jar lid you're going to be working on, I've got 4 of them covered. This tutorial will cover it all. And it'll be with all the tips and tricks I have and I've learned over the years doing this. And it'll be well worth it. So getting started here. My first color, my first paint down, actually it's not a color, it's just my pillow paint, which is Glidden 6011N. I use this as the flow paint that the colors will float over as I create this piece. I'm just gonna pour it down, stretch it out. And then we'll get the colors down and we'll make this guy. And try to get it over the edges into that little gap. That's always the tricky part. That little gap in here, right there where my finger is, that's always the tricky part, because that is where it is always prone to air bubbles, like right there. And you got to know what you're looking for, but right there, do you see that? Watch. Boom. There goes the air bubble. And then you just fill it back in. And I might have another one coming off. Oh, no, that's the one I just popped. I think that's, oh, here's one. Oh, here's a big one. Here's a big one. Watch this. Whoa, look at that. Ha ha. Ho ho. That was a big one. That was a big one. Let's get it filled back in. So we can continue on. But that is the tricky part. And I've been very lucky the last couple times to have a couple really good examples to show you, if you want to call that lucky. There's another one. Look at that. The trouble is that's just a spot. It's just this tricky spot that the paint doesn't want to get into because of the hourglass shape. That's okay. We have ways of making you cooperate. All right, colors. Let's make sure I'm sort of even again. I don't want to keep chasing these guys, but here we go is another one. You can also just tap it out with your toothpick. Okay. First color. TLP Zeus combined with Golden's copper, iridescent copper. This is a new color for me. I don't need more demonstration, so just stop with the popping. All right, here we go. Laying down a good amount of this. This is a very pretty, beautiful, beautiful color. Next color is 24 karat gold with iridescent gold by Golden. I invite you to check out my description where I have links to some of the products I use and also links to some of the more useful educational type tutorials like the cell activator making recipe, the pouring medium recipe that I was just talking about a little earlier. Check that out. Next color, iridescent silver by Glidden. And also check out my playlists too, because I have a lot of playlists with a lot of functional art based on category. So like Lazy Susans, coasters, clocks, jars, like this, ornaments, all kinds of stuff. You'll definitely either get ideas or inspiration, I think, by looking at some of my playlists. Next color is iridescent bronze by Glidden. This paint is really stretching out, really spreading. It's very, these are fairly fresh paints, so they're very subtle. They're very supple, and they're just moving around very nicely. Last color is Glidden's Carbon Black. It's a Glidden show. A lot of paint on here. Way more than I need, but it's just stretching on its own. I'm not even doing anything to it. All right, cell activator. I've got a good video. My American Floetrol cell activator recipe, video 141. I'll link it above. It shows you how I make it, what ingredients go in it. And that same recipe that from then is still good today. This is Titanium White by Amsterdam. This is Oxide Black by Amsterdam. You're going to blow straight down into that cell activator. Stretch it out and then spin it out. Here we go. I've started wearing a bandana and I can see it definitely helps with the blowout. So here I'm just blowing straight down into that cell activator to get it to open up into that nice circle. And then where the cell activator is where the paints are, I aim my blow right there. And just another reminder, video 419 is a really good video for the art of the blow. I show you how your speed and angle and waggling your head like I'm doing there helps in blowing out the composition. Ooh, this one's really dark. I'm giving a few extra blows there where the black is to get some of the color underneath to pop through. All right, let's give it a spin. I gave a few extra blows because I didn't want to have this black void here. I wanted to stretch it out, take some of the colors from around it and push it into it a little bit, but the spin out's going to help as well. It'll end up pulling some of that black away and outside. It's interesting, I've never really worked with Zeus so much, certainly not with copper, and it's a very different thing than quinacridone, nickel azo gold, which I still have plenty of, but it's very different. It's more like a tea kettle kind of feel. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm going to push this a little that way, so I'm going to get more going off on that side. It gets a little wampus, but that's okay. Yeah, the way you lay these things down to dry is very important. I cover that in depth in the private tutorial, plus some subtle features about this lid that's unique. While I'm doing this, I want to let you know I do have a KS Resin discount code for 10% off. It's in the description if you want to take advantage of that. You save 10% on your purchase, and KS gives me 5% back toward my future purchases, so it helps both of us. And you'll also find in the description the exact product I use. You really can control a lot with your straw and your blowout. little spin, and then I'm going to check make sure my little hip, my hourglass shape is free of any air bubbles. And I'm going to make sure I'm good underneath. It looks like all of it's covered going down the bottom. Looks good. Give a little blow in the middle. Getting rid of those air bubbles is hugely important, because if you don't, as this dries, the air bubble will pop and you'll be left with a void in that neck area. I've had people contact me and say, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. When I set it down to dry, it looks perfect, and then the next day or after it dries, I've got this big empty space. Well, that is the air bubble that's popping over time as it dries. All right, so I think we're done. And I'm really happy with this. But I'm going to pick this up so you can see like this. So here we go, guys. Look at this. Very pretty. That copper is really nice. Okay, I'll be back for the resin results, and if you're here with the private tutorial, you'll get to see everything starting with preparation for resin up next. All right, I'll be back. So everyone, that's a wrap, and here are the wet results of the 2 jar lids with this color palette in this shape. And here are the 4 different styles that are part of the private tutorial if you're interested in that. And here they are outside in natural light. And then I'm going to show you the resin results like I show you all the time. I always share my resin results so you see that we got from start to finish without a hitch. So if you are new here, I ask that you please join me by subscribing, hitting the bell on all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. You won't be disappointed. I have a lot to offer, and I will always answer people's questions. If you could all leave a comment, I'd appreciate that, and a thumbs up would be great, but even better would be a hype if you're able to hype the video. And I will create on demand if there's something you want me to create for you or someone else. And if you want a private tutorial, I live in Asheville. I am available for classes. Here I'm showing you the underside of the lid and how clean it looks. So I think that's all I have for now, everybody. Take care. Till next time.